Here are the weirdest MLB moments ever. Stuff that'll make you laugh, gasp, or maybe just sit there wondering how it even made it onto the field. So let's get started. 20. Okay, this one felt less like a baseball game and more like a full-blown spy movie. Back in 1994, during a White Sox versus Indians game, things got wild. The Sox manager snitched that Albert Belle's bat was illegal. The Indians? They freaked out. They knew that bat was corked, and if anyone found out, their star player was in serious trouble. So instead of owning up, they sent a guy through the ceiling to sneak into the umpire's office and swap the bat with a normal one. And for a second, it almost worked. But the umpires weren't fooled. They noticed the bat had been swapped, called in the FBI, yes, the actual FBI, and launched a stadium-wide search. Total chaos. Eventually, the original bat was returned, and Belle got suspended for 10 games. All that drama, just to protect one illegal bat. I mean, tell me that's not baseball's most dramatic plot twist ever. 19. Now this one? It wasn't just weird, it was terrifying. So back in 1989, Game 3 of the World Series was about to kick off. The Oakland A's were facing the Giants in San Francisco. Over 60,000 people packed into the stadium, and millions were watching from home. Right before the game, the ground literally shook. A 6.9 magnitude earthquake hit, shaking the entire stadium. Buildings collapsed, bridges cracked, and damages crossed $5 billion. Yeah, the A's ended up winning the series 11 days later, but the city lost a lot. The only silver lining? Experts said the World Series probably saved lives. 18. Okay, this was one of the most unhinged nights in baseball history. 1979. The White Sox were doing awful, like fans weren't even showing up anymore. So someone had the genius idea to host Disco Demolition Night. Yeah, seriously. They sold tickets for just 98 cents and told fans to bring their disco records to the stadium, to literally blow them up. And people showed up, like 50,000 plus people. But once the records exploded, that place erupted. Fans stormed the field, tore down fences, and chaos just took over. It wasn't just a game. It turned into the biggest anti-disco riot ever. Yep, they lost because fans couldn't handle a little disco. 17. Okay, now this is peak Yankees versus Red Sox drama. These two teams already hate each other, but in 2003, things exploded. A full-on dugout-clearing brawl broke out, and right in the middle of it was Yankees bench coach Don Zimmer, who, by the way, was 72 years old, and Pedro Martínez. At number 16, a fan literally parachuted onto the field during Game 6 of the 1986 World Series. Mets versus Red Sox. Crowd locked in, and boom, a guy just floats down mid-game like it's totally normal. Apparently, parachuting into games was a weird trend back then. But doing it in the middle of the World Series? That's chaos with a helmet on. 15. This one's just insane. During Game 6 of the '86 World Series, a fight broke out at ringside during a boxing match between Riddick Bowe and Evander Holyfield, while the Mets were fighting to stay alive. Then boom, Bill Buckner lets a ground ball slip right through. Mets score, win, and suddenly, that Red Sox curse, still alive. 14. Now this one? Straight up wild and kinda cute. During a game between St. Louis and Kansas City, a random cat sprinted onto the field, clearly misunderstood what Cardinals meant. But this kitty had dreams. It refused to leave. One poor crew member had to grab it while getting absolutely clawed up. The drama, the fur, the ambition. Honestly, give that cat a contract. 13. The cat missed the bird, but Randy Johnson definitely didn't. In one of the wildest moments ever, his 100-mile-per-hour fastball wiped out a bird mid-flight. Like poof, feathers everywhere. It was so sudden, people thought it was CGI. Poor bird never stood a chance, but if it had been a slow knuckleball, might have made it out alive. Coming in at number 12 is one of the weirdest and oddly adorable moments ever. The Phillie Phanatic, aka baseball's most chaotic mascot, was caught doing his thing in a completely empty stadium. No fans, no chaos, just him and a bunch of cardboard cutouts. He was high-fiving fake fans, dancing solo, and totally vibing like it was his dream come true. Honestly, it was creepy, funny, and kind of iconic. Pandemic baseball hit differently. 11th, next on our list, it's another Phanatic moment, because of course it is. This time, he got into it with Dodgers manager Tommy Lasorda. Now, Lasorda was already deep into his Silver Fox era, but that man snapped. He straight up sprinted at the mascot like he was in the World Series himself, and started beating him with a doll. A life-size doll of himself. I'm not even kidding. It was chaos. Comedy. 10. You ever lose something, only to realize it's been stuck to you the whole time? Yeah, that's exactly what happened to Yadier Molina. Mid-play, he's scrambling to find the ball so he can throw out the Cubs runner, only to find it stuck to his chest protector the entire time. Like, baseballs aren't supposed to be sticky, but no one even questioned it. The ball just clung to him like a Stage 5 clinger. Number 9 is straight out of a Final Destination baseball edition. Back in the 80s, the Cardinals had this cool auto tarp system that rolled itself out to cover the field when it rained. Genius, right? Until it nearly ended Vince Coleman's career. Before Game 4 of the National League Championship Series, Coleman was chilling on the field when the automatic tarp suddenly started rolling, without warning. The poor guy had his back turned, and the half-ton metal tube crushed his leg. Just like that, the Cardinals lost their star base stealer before the World Series. Coming in at number 8 is a promotion so loud and chaotic. In 2010, the Marlins handed out Vuvuzelas to 15,000 fans. Yep, those annoying World Cup horns. The result? Total mayhem. Players and even umpires wore earplugs, and in the confusion, a lineup error cost the Marlins a crucial out in the 9th inning. They lost the game, but still called the promo a success. Wild. At number 7, we've got a moment that nearly caused a national panic. In 2022, the Nationals planned a cool military appreciation stunt, parachuters landing on the field. Sweet idea, except they forgot to tell the Capitol Police. When an unidentified aircraft appeared on radar, the Capitol was evacuated due to a probable threat. At number 6, things got saucy. Literally. A guy gets hit in the face with a slice of pizza. Yup, full-on pizza to the dome moment during a Red Sox game. Mid-inning, out of nowhere. Turns out it wasn't just a random toss. It was a drama-filled throw, and the guy who launched it got ejected. But the best part? The announcers couldn't stop laughing. They replayed it like it was a war crime against carbs. Ruined pizza, hurt pride, but iconic content. Coming in at number 5 is a moment that'll haunt your ears forever. Cardinals player Matt Holliday suddenly leaves the game, clutching his ear like he's got a bad earache. But it wasn't painful. It was a moth. A real fluttery live moth inside his ear. I didn't even know that was possible, and now I've unlocked a whole new fear. I mean, forget curveballs. This was a literal bug attack. 4th. Now this one? Baseball fans might remember Craig Biggio and Jeff Bagwell as the killer bees of the Houston Astros. But these actual killer bees stole the spotlight. In one of the weirdest MLB delays ever, a swarm of bees literally took over the field, clinging to the camera, swarming the stands, just fully hijacking the game. Like, I've heard of curveballs, but this? At number 3, we've got a moment straight out of vintage chaos. Back in the 70s and 80s, MLB had its very own kissing bandit, a bold woman who'd run onto the field mid-game just to smooch the players. Yup, that was her whole thing. She made headlines a lot. Her most iconic stunt? Coming in at number 2 is a moment that left everyone in the stadium, and at home, speechless. In 1990, during a Padres game, comedian Roseanne Barr was invited to sing the national anthem. But instead of a respectful performance, she delivered an off-key mess, ended it by grabbing her crotch and spat on the ground. The crowd, booing. The moment, burned into MLB history forever. One anthem and an unforgettable public disaster. Finally, at number 1 is an MLB moment that somehow managed to be shocking, tragic, and weirdly iconic, all at once. Reds announcer Thom Brennaman was caught on a hot mic using a homophobic slur, and while that's absolutely no laughing matter, what followed was unforgettable. During his live apology, where he sounded genuinely remorseful, he randomly interrupted himself to call a home run. The internet exploded. The clip became a viral meme, and though the lesson was serious, the moment totally unmatched in sports broadcast chaos. So, if you had fun with these wild moments, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. And drop your favorite weird MLB moment in the comments below.